This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Will Tua succeed? Does Tua have what he needs? And I say yes. He didn't have what he needed before. He had somebody that was not in his corner, somebody that didn't believe in him, someone that, hell, I could maybe go to the extreme, was going out of his way to sabotaging him because he never even wanted him in the draft. And maybe it's a vindictive way of the way he carries himself, but Tua never had the support he needed. In comes Mike McDaniel, and immediately he forms a bond with Tua and tells Tua, "Hey, I believe in you." And I think what's happened over the last couple of months is that Tua has realized what's gone on. You got the idiot owners that weren't behind him, but they thought they were general managers and they could get Tom Brady. You had the idiot coach last year that so he has all these scruples, right? Because, he would never tank, but he'll play for Bill Belichick. But then he also puts out a statement that he wants people with integrity, but he wants to trade for Watson. So that's the asshole we're dealing with in Brian Flores. The guy that says one thing and does completely the opposite. Don't tell me that you wouldn't tank when you were coaching for Belichick for 16 years. And all the cheating that went on, you never walked away from it there. And please don't tell me that you want people of integrity and you want Deshaun Watson. Chris Greer, Marvin Allen, and Reggie McKenzie believe in Tua. They drafted Tua. They wanted Tua. And they want to build the right team around Tua. And then the head coach comes in and he believes in him. And so now that the head coach believes in him, that leads the influence to everybody else. And then everybody else also sees that they finally built the team the right way around him. And now I think they also see that there's actually structure, because forget about that it's 48-10 on Saturday. The idea that Skyler is so prepared falls on the coaches. The idea that the offensive linemen have shown you way more in a couple of weeks than they did in the last 2 years falls on these guys. And so now the environment's a lot different. So for the people that think that, and Tua did a good job under terrible circumstances last 2 years, here's a guy that now has everything he actually needs to succeed now. As long as, the line and the running game do work, he'll have what he needs. He's going to be able to succeed now. He doesn't have an incompetent coach. He has a competent coach. He doesn't have a guy that can't build an offense. No, he has a guy that can build an offense. He has a guy that can find offensive coaches. So all of these things now are going to give Tua everything that he needs in order to succeed. So a lot of the stuff that happened the last 2 years is gone, because now you actually have a real commitment to the quarterback, somebody that understands the position and understands the talent you got to build around a Joe Montana, a Fran Tarkenton, a Drew Brees, whatever. I've seen these quarterbacks over the years, and you've got to build certain offenses around them. Joe Montana and Drew Brees and Tua Tagovailoa are not going to have two people draped on them and they're going to bomb it 50 yards. They can't do that. Okay? None of those guys can be off balance sideways and sling the ball with a sidearm and a 30-yard rope. They can't do that. Joe Montana, Drew Brees, Fran Tarkenton, Tua Tagovailoa, whatever. These kind of quarterbacks, they can't have a caving pocket. They can't have people all over their legs and whatever, and then they're just throwing over and it's all arm, and they're throwing a 35-yard strike down the middle. Not going to do that. Because if you watched any of the quarterbacks I talked about, they never did those things. They worked with clean pockets. They rolled out. They repositioned themselves, but they gave themselves the space they needed in order to succeed. It's a matter of understanding. You have a coach and a front office that has an understanding of how to build offenses around these kind of quarterbacks. Tua Tagovailoa is going to have one hell of a year because he finally has what he needed, a support system and the right offense around him.
This is the